Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Songs of the Dying Earth, Stories in Honor of Jack Vance by George R.R. Martin and Gardner Dozois, editors. Performed by Arthur Morey. To Jack Vance, the maestro, with thanks for all the great tales, and for letting us play with your toys. Thank you, Mr. Vance. By Dean Koontz. In 1966, at 21, fresh from college, I was a fool, and possibly deranged. Although not seriously dangerous, I was a well-read fool, especially in science fiction. For 12 years I poured through at least a book a week in that genre. I felt that I belonged in one of the other worlds or far futures of those tales more than I did in the world and time in which I'd been born, less because I had a wide romantic streak than because I had low self-esteem, and longed to shed the son-of-the-town drunk identity that fate had given me. During the first 5 years that I wrote for a living, I produced mostly science fiction. I was not good at it. I sold what I wrote, 20 novels, 28 short stories, but little of that work was memorable, and some of it was execrable. All these years later, only 2 of those novels and 4 or 5 of those stories might not raise in me a suicidal urge if I reread them. As a reader, I could tell the difference between great science fiction and the mediocre stuff, and I was drawn to the best, which I often reread. Considering that I was inspired by quality, I should not have turned out so many dreary tales. I was driven to write fast by economic necessity. Gerda and I had been married with $150 in a used car, and though bill collectors were not breaking down the door, the specter of destitution haunted me. A need for money, however, is an insufficient excuse. In November of 1971, as I moved toward suspense and comic fiction, and away from writing science fiction, I discovered Jack Vance. Considering the hundreds of science fiction novels I had read, I am amazed that I had not until then sampled Mr. Vance's work. With the intention of reading him, I bought numerous paperbacks of his novels, but never opened one, partly because the covers gave me a wrong impression of the contents. On my shelves today is an ace edition of The Eyes of the Overworld, with a cover price of 45 cents.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?